we know that the world is dangerously off course to meeting the targets of the Paris Agreement. Why? So much time and energy has been spent tackling climate change. What are we missing? What are we doing wrong? Increasingly, there is a critique of climate action that says that it focuses too much on the finance and technology dimensions without taking account of the cultural and social dimensions, without helping people to imagine what it would be like to live in a post-carbon world. And so that's really where culture and heritage come in. Culture and heritage play critical roles in helping people imagine alternative realities, imagine new futures. Whether it's the arts, which help people explode pre-existing mindsets, or the knowledge and cosmovisions of indigenous peoples and local communities that point the way to living in approaches that are circular and not linear, or heritage, which tells us what it was like before the world was addicted to fossil fuels. When these approaches get added to climate action, it fills a critical gap and can get us on track to meeting the Paris Agreement targets. I give you an example from my home country, the United States. So it's a little more focused on the global north, but that's where the emissions are, right? So we know that about 1/3 of all solid waste is from the construction and demolition of buildings. 1/3 of all solid waste. How can you avoid that waste stream, and how can you reduce the greenhouse gas emissions from the building sector? It's simple. Reuse the buildings we already have. Don't demolish them. So this is a core idea of the heritage movement. Of course, with monuments, with historic buildings, reuse them, don't tear them down. But in the climate context, it extends really to all of the built environment. By you reusing existing buildings, you avoid the greenhouse gas emissions from the materials to build new ones, and also the waste stream from demolition. This goes for beautiful historic monuments, but if we're going to solve climate change, this approach really has to be applied to every kind of building. And we were talking before about brutalist buildings, which in some places in the world are not so appreciated aesthetically, but the amount of carbon it took to make those gigantic, thick concrete walls of brutalist buildings, it's so much greenhouse gas emission, we absolutely could not afford to lose that carbon. Culture and heritage, they're transversal, they're relevant to every dimension of climate action, and we've talked already about mitigation, but also a crucial role for culture-based climate action in adaptation and resilience. Culture helps people identify risk, it helps them prioritize what adaptation actions to take, it modulates the durability of adaptation work, and so it's also crucial that the social and cultural dimension gets included in adaptation planning and policy. And this is where we have a really exciting new project we're taking forward called Race to Resilience Culture. It's a collaboration between the Climate Heritage Network, ICLEI USA, and ICLEI Africa. And it seeks to support and inspire local governments and municipal authorities to scale up the cultural dimensions of their work to make their territories and populations more adapted and more resilient.